Here's the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. These two up here were the size that my plans originally called for. They were scaled to like the real plane, at least from the 3-view drawing that I found. But after I cut them out and looked at it with the fuselage, it just seemed a little bit too small. I compared them to the size of the stabilizers on these two planes, especially this one, because this plane flies really well. And since the Cessna is basically gonna be the same plane as this, it's pretty much the same size wing, same size fuselage. It's just shaped a little bit differently. I decided to make the stabilizers a little bigger because they seemed a little small, and I don't want it to have any like stability problems because I'm hoping that it will fly very well. So anyways, I made them just slightly bigger, and it looks fine. You probably won't even notice that it's bigger. So I'll try to update the plans with these larger sized stabilizers in case anyone wants to build it. So there's the horizontal stabilizer, how it fits on the fuselage like that. And then the back of the fuselage lines up pretty much right with this cutout. And then the vertical stabilizer goes in there like that. And you can see from the side, the bottom of it lines up with the fuselage profile. And then I've got a piece of wood here gluing on to the firewall where the motor will be mounted. This is the motor that I'm going to be using, so it's just going to screw on there with 4 screws. So I got the rear window shaped roughly to the shape of the curved profile there. I still have to sand everything down, but I'm not getting to that quite yet. I got the spars glued in for the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. So I just put one of these carbon fiber strips in here and glued it in with Gorilla Glue. Held it down with some tape, and really strong now. And then here's the rudder. Go there. And here's the elevator. I also glued a short spar just across this part, since it's very thin here, just to keep it strong. Because I'll probably have the control horn on like one side, and I don't want the thing to bend. I'm 3D printing the nose gear bracket right now. Alright, so I got the cockpit piece glued on there. I glued another piece of foam on here so that it's 1 inch thick there. That's where the landing gear bracket's going to go in there. But now the fun part begins, and that is sanding. That's when the plane will actually start looking really good. So I just used this sanding block to sand the fuselage down a lot, and I used a knife to like cut angles to make it easier to sand. So it looks pretty good right now. I'll have to do the cockpit a little bit more once I actually get the wing piece built on there, because it's going to be curved up like that more. It's not going to be as flat straight up. But the rear window looks pretty good, I think. It makes the 3 sections blend together really well. Can't even really tell that it's 3 different pieces. Here's the nose landing gear bracket. It's just a 3D printed part that I made. It has this indent that goes all the way through here, and that's where the metal rod that the landing gear will be hooked onto is going to go in, and then I'm just going to Gorilla Glue that in. So now I just need to cut a hole out here on the bottom of the nose and glue this in. Alright, so I've got the bracket for the nose gear glued in here now, and then I just glued the horizontal stabilizer on. I did end up moving it back to where it originally was going to be at. Earlier I said that I had like a cutout in it and it was slid up here, like the vertical or horizontal stabilizer was about right there. But I was looking at it with the wing, where the wing will be, and I just wanted it to be farther back so it has more leverage back there and it'll be more stable hopefully that way. And then I just sanded the vertical stabilizer, and as soon as that's done drying, I'm going to glue that in there. So that's about all for this update. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like it, and I'll see you in the next one.